How do you possibly think this is a bad idea? Doesn't happen very often that a government comes up with a plan and you can look at it and say, I don't see any real criticism of this plan at all here. There might be a couple of challenges. The opposition has come up with a bit of a desperate criticism, and maybe there's a constitutional issue that might come up, although I sort of doubt it. But do I love everything about this law on the surface? Yeah, you bet I do. I absolutely 100% do. You are involved in an accident where you are convicted of dangerous driving and somebody died. Same would be true of impaired driving. You're not going to be able to drive for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, you're not going to be able to drive. If that's not appropriate, I don't know what is. Somebody died here. They are never coming back. They will never sit at the dinner table with their loved ones again. That is over. They are nothing more than a tragic memory for the families and friends who love them. And I don't want to hear complaints from someone who says, but hey, I made a mistake when I was 18 years old. I did something bad and now I'm going to be punished for the rest of my life. No, you could take an Uber. You can get a cab. You'll be just fine. You have your life. Your behavior took somebody else's life. Now, the opposition criticism here is desperate. They say, well, this is hypocritical. The Ford government who's proposing this law, they just took all those cameras out of neighborhoods where we're trying to stop people from speeding. It's not hypocritical at all, actually. It's a perfectly logical step. One actually leads to the other. The problem with those cameras is that they don't punish anyone, not just for life. You speed through a community zone and you get caught by a camera, you may not even be punished at all. If you don't own the car, you don't have to pay a fine. And if you were driving the car and you own the car, you pay the fine and then it goes away. You don't get suspended for 1 single minute. That punishes some people more than others. All depends on how much you can afford to pay the fine. No, this is taking charge of a situation. You've been caught, you've been convicted, and the punishment is severe, as it should be. So for the opposition to say, well, there's hypocrisy here, that's a politician saying, well, geez, I can't think of a single thing wrong with this bill, so I guess we'll just stand up. We got to say something. Haven't heard the constitutional argument yet. Maybe that's because driving is not a right, it's a privilege. In our modern society, it's a very necessary privilege for a lot of people. So treat it with care. Treat it with the respect that it deserves and hang on to your driver's license. But it is interesting that we live in a world where if you commit a murder in almost any other way, you kill somebody, you're going to get life in prison, which is 25 years. And you'll probably serve even less than that, because that's how we define life. In one area of the law, we call life 25 years. In this area, it would be for life. So maybe that gets watered down along the way, either as the legislative process goes through or as it gets challenged in a court. I'm not sure. But I don't care. I don't care that you're 18 years old. I don't want to give you your driver's license back at 25. And what a powerful tool. Thank you, Mr. Premier, for this very powerful tool. For those of us who are parents, who have young adults who are driving cars, we can now say to them, one more reminder here. You drive recklessly out there and somebody gets hurt, you are losing your license forever. You will never drive again. And I suspect that a lot of the people who are out there driving dangerously, the stunt drivers, the speeders, the guys who've got the cars all hopped up and ready to go really fast, and they should be on a racetrack. Those guys, they love driving more than most of us. For many of us, it's just a way to get from A to B. The people who love to drive their cars the most will fear losing their license the most. So this is a good law, Andrew's Law. It's a shame a young man was taken from his family to bring us to this point. We should have been here much earlier, but here we are, and this is a good intersection to be at. It's the Morning Rush. Good morning, I'm Bill Carroll.